What's up, baby? Back again. Big Hendo Unplugged. You know who it is. I got a legend in the building, y'all. Let me tell you, this is another treat for you. I got skateboard legend, San Diego skateboard legend, big dog, business mogul, businessman, Brandon Turner, West Haddon in the building.
Yo, what's up? My name is Brandon Turner. I'm a professional skateboarder, owner of Westside Recovery, Skate Mafia, independent trucks, A6.
Everything.
Life.
All the above. Hey, my man is a very humble guy. Let me tell you guys, this is a very special episode. I've been waiting to have a conversation with my boy Brandon Turner. I've been knowing him for a long ass time. I've been knowing him before he knew me. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, he was a star hitting them skateboards. You know what I'm saying? And he was like one of the first black people I've seen on the skateboard. He doing some stupid, crazy tricks. I said, "Who's this brother on this skateboard?" So I became a fan. So let's get you from the beginning, man. Like, are you from San Diego?
Yes, I'm from San Diego.
Born and raised?
Born in San Diego,
Mm-hmm.
and I was raised sometime in Japan.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
And so reading your story, so your dad was in the military, so that's why he was in Japan?
Yes, he was a commander of the military, moved to Japan after the Gulf War.
Okay.
So, I was about 6 years old, and he got stationed in Japan, so we dipped out there.
Bro, it's crazy story. My dad was in the military too, and we went to Japan as well. I used to live in Okinawa, Japan for 5 years, you know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. And that was a culture shock to me because coming from America and then moving to Japan was like completely fucking different, you know what I'm saying? So how did that affect you at all? Moving from, coming from America and moving to Japan?
It was crazy because there's no internet when I moved. You feel me?
Yeah.
There was no internet, so when I was gone, I was gone.
I've heard that.
And when I got there, I had they said I was like a hypochondriac because I was flipping out. They kept, I kept saying like, "Oh, I don't know, we're in China." They're like, "You're in Japan." I'm like, what does it matter? You know what I mean? So they try to put me on Ritalin and stuff and calm me down, and that shit didn't work. But it was a culture shock because, we didn't have what they have now. There was no like everything I knew here was gone.
100%.
In Japan, and that's it.
Yeah. It was cool though. It was a cool experience to seeing the different cultures, different food, different people, different women, you know what I mean? And especially being a black person out there, it was pretty awesome because they looked at us like we were different, you know what I'm saying? They're intrigued by us, you know what I'm saying? Did you share that same experience?
Yeah, they appreciated that we are different.
Yeah.
No. It was crazy. People for the first time. Now it's changed and stuff, but when I was growing up there, it's like sometimes it was the first time anyone's seen a black person.
Crazy, right?
And that's an experience in itself because they flip out and like go and try to like grab your hair with. It's like, what are you doing? Right. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it was definitely crazy. It was a culture shock for me though too.
Yeah, I remember the first time somebody kind of walked up to me and they kind of touched my skin. They was intrigued by our skin because that was the first time they seen an actual black person in real life. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's pretty crazy though. How'd you get into skateboarding? Like what turned you on about skateboarding?
Before I moved to Japan, there's this surfer that after he was older than me, like I was 2 years old, skate down the block, and I just hear I'd hear the board outside, and eventually I was able to like sneak outside and get out there, and eventually he put me on the front of his board, and after that it was a wrap.
Right. Mm-hmm. Damn. So like you say using, you did other sports and things like that, you know what I mean? So what in particular about skateboarding that turned you on, that make you want to, pursue it, you know what I mean?
Well, the thing about skateboarding that I knew for sure off the jump that I liked more than your typical sports is because you ain't got no coach.
Really? Okay.
You know what I mean? And I didn't like to be like I was defined. I didn't like being told what to do at all. And with, playing soccer and basketball and all that, it was cool, because coaches, like what I know now, coaches like end up like being your mentor or whatever. But for me, being like young, I wanted to be in control of like my destinies.
I heard that.
So skateboarding, I knew that right away. I'm like, this shit's up to me. So
damn,
I'm a run with this.
And before you went to Japan, you was into skateboarding, right? From my understanding.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But still, then it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool for to be black and skating, you know.
Wow.
Girls, everybody would just be like, oh, you a skater. I'm already from San Diego, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they was just like, why you skate? And I'll be like, shit, you know, like I can beat you in a race too. What you want to do?
He's like, I can do it all, baby. I can do it all. That's what I do, huh?
Yeah,
I heard that.
you know?
Yeah. So, from my understanding, when you went to Japan, right, the styles of skating was different. What made it different?
The consistency and the discipline. There was like everything Japanese do is with like integrity.
You're right.
You feel me? It's like real with intention.
100%.
It's not like, you know, you give someone some chips and their hand is just
There you go.
up in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Japan, they're going out there and grabbing one chip and looking at the chip.
Yeah.
And then biting it and appreciating it. So everything that the Japanese do is like with honor and integrity.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's awesome. That's one thing about them Japanese people, man. Like, I love Japanese. They're really honorable people for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had a good time. You know what I mean? What did you learn? Did you learn anything from the Japanese skate community?
Yeah, absolutely. So I got unofficially adopted by my brother.
What?
In Japan. I met him down by the beach, and he was a skater, and he's the one. His name's Tominari Hongo. Just put it out there, but he's the one who brought me in and taught me the Japanese culture, taught me how to speak Japanese, taught me, you know, brought me into his family, like, you know, like he was like my big brother. So like it's what ended up me having like a Japanese family over there is because of him. So I was really like lucky and fortunate for that.
Right. So the skate culture, is this the skate culture in Japan is completely different from America? Like, you know what I mean? What makes it different? The skate culture, though. I'm trying to get more into the skating, the culture of the skating.
The skate culture in Japan, it's just like, it's they kind of still like America's a big influence to Japan, but they just like take what we do and do it like
they replicate
better.
it. Yeah.
You know, kind of like, you know, our people, you know, we like flavor with everything, but they will like take it to like the next level. So they'll take like a style and then like up it by like 4, you know?
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same shit in skating. Like everything they do is just like, they do it really well.
Yeah.
You know? They copy things really well.
You know what I seen the other day, bro? I seen a Japanese person with an afro. I seen some videos in Japan. They would mimic the American cultures, like the Mexican cultures. They'd be like cholos with tattoos. You know, they got the tattoos on their head and everything. They look just like, you know, Mexican people, like cholos, but essays or whatever. But they're Japanese. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing in Japan. I would see a homeboy one day, and he'd be, let's just say with like females. You know, you'd see one day they'd have like look a certain way in like schoolgirl outfit, whatever. And the next day they're a breakdancer with like an afro.
Yeah.
And
dookie chains and shit
like that. And then like seriously, the next day have dreadlocks. Like, and I'm just like, I had to like introduce myself to people like a couple times, like, you're the same person. I'm like, that takes hours to do. How did you transform?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy. Culture is crazy there.
Yeah. So what do you think contributed to your success? Because you was a child prodigy at a young age. You were very known. You know, you had a lot of popularity at a young age. So what contributed to that? What made you so good as a skateboarder?
Just now what I know now, I know the reason why, because I didn't have, you know, a fear complex, you know?
Okay.
Because I had like family trauma and stuff, so I had a lot of pain. So me being scared to like fall and everything, that was just like out of the question. But if I was to answer that question then, it was just the love for skateboarding and consistency and being around the right people and having the right support. I believe with anything you do in this life, like it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? So it's I tell a lot of people that like you could be working hard's like part of everything, but what contributed to my like success early is like definitely with who I know.
Really?
Because, you know, you can have a lot of rappers, the best basketball player from New York and here, whatever, never known or never got discovered and stuff. It's like, it's seriously, it's not what you know to you know. And that's just life.
So you don't think that your talent, all your experience that you accumulated, like, going through different cultures, different cities, contributed to like, your success and a big part of your success and
absolutely. Environment has one thing to do with it because environment has a big thing to do with like success, and you just gotta like move. And that's why I tell people, I'm like, yo, if you're ever in your head and you're just kind of tripping, like movement is medicine. Just move. Yeah. Just make moves. Like even if you don't know what you're doing, change your environment if it's not working out.
Yeah.
And definitely being in Japan gave me a different like perspective and gave me the culture to look at things different.
Yeah.
And some people never leave where they're at.
Yeah.
And they just think they have a one-track mind. And I would just say to being open to, what you don't know.
100%. 1,000%. So when did you feel like you were successful at skateboarding?
I just always felt like I was good.
Damn.
Yeah, I just always felt like I was him.
You said, I've been him, baby.
No,
I've been him since I was a baby. I was him.
No, I doubt. So when I was 13, I moved back from Japan, and like I said, I'm aligning myself with like the best skaters in my area. So when, I knew I had a shot when I had some of the best, like other pros telling me like, giving me attention and stuff.
No way.
I knew I was on the right track, but I still had self-doubt and I was on my way and I still had doubt.
Yeah.
Right.
So who are some people that inspired you coming up as a skateboarder?
I'm going to say Ken Russell.
Wow.
Peter Smolik. Mike Smolik, because he was the filmer, and your filmer is everything. You know what I mean? And your inspiration. And Manny and Naya. That's the first one that put me on a board. And who else?
Any black skaters?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Javante Turner.
Let's go.
Javante Turner, because he has the same last name as me. Jerron Wilson.
Let's go.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Ron Allen. Clyde Singleton. Kareem Campbell.
Let's go, bro. Would you say you're like a pioneer?
Ken is black, by the way.
Okay. Would you say you're a pioneer for a lot of black skaters, especially in San Diego?
People tell me that, and I take that, and I guess I was and am, and that's cool. That's like a big deal because skateboarding was one threshold we had to go through. When it wasn't cool at one point. Yeah. And I'm not saying I was like the first and stuff, but definitely during the 90s and stuff, like, absolutely.
So what are some things that you had to experience as a black skateboarder? Like any racial stuff that you had to experience? Oh,
absolutely. Just, people being cliquey and just all the same shit we have to deal with, just acting different around different people, saying shit under their,
Yeah.
Ganging up like against you, treating you different. And, I've dealt with that. And just,
I remember I was reading something about it. You saying like you got a lot of kickback from your own race too. Like people see you as a black skater and they will, look down on you or say shit about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my family was super supportive, but I'd still get that like, oh, you skate, you probably just like white girls too, just like, it's just like all that. And like I said, at school, people like the girls would be like, why you skate? Why don't you play football? Like, that's for white boys. And I'm like, which I'm doing it. So obviously it ain't,
Damn. With all that negative feedback you got from skating, what made you kind of, persevere and, take this as a career,
I was always the type of person to not want to follow what everybody else was doing. So that like encouraged me to just be like, okay, they say I'm not going to make it. Like, I remember people laughing when I in 6th grade and stuff, and I was like, I'm going to be I had it planned out. I'm like, I'm going to be a professional skater, all this stuff.
Damn.
And they laughed. I remember it was supposed for summer vacation, they had everybody write down what recreational stuff you can do for exercise, and I put skateboarding, and they were like, I got points taken off because they're like, no.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And that really happened.
That's crazy.
So that's how it was. It was like skateboarding wasn't respected like that.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's pretty wild. So I guess skateboarding, you roll in cliques, you roll in organizations. So I guess you was part of the Shorties clique.
Yeah. First it was Boy Skateboards, and then Chad Muska signed me to Shorty Skateboard. So it's a team. We got teams. But even before that, growing up, you got your cliques like that you skate with and grow up with. Like, it's like, it's like gangs,
Damn.
You know what I mean? We rock with each other, and you fall on the ground, you get hurt, you got to have your people there, like,
holy smokes,
to like support you. So it's like you develop that trust and that love, in the streets.
Yeah. So when you reached to the Shorty, when that organization, you started doing a lot of traveling, right? You started traveling and moving around a lot. Yeah. So how was that, man? Tell me some stories of like being on the road, traveling and skateboarding.
It was crazy. Like at that point, when we dropped our verse video, it was superstardom right away. So
wow,
everywhere we went, we just like had crowds of people, and we had like tours and demos already set up, and we piggybacked on the Aftermath tour with like with Eminem and them and all that. Like we had an Aftermath tour, but we were doing it like the same stops and stuff. It was crazy. Some stories about that. It's just like, it's skateboarding ain't the same. It's just all expenses paid, just like per diem. Like we didn't have to pay for nothing.
Wow.
It's like, I don't even remember going to like some countries, like, cause I was so like, we was turning it up so crazy that I really don't remember going to some countries.
That's crazy, bro.
Insane.
So you're saying like that's part of the culture too, drinking and doing drugs and that thing's like part of the skate culture, because it's like when you celebrate a lot from your accomplishments, and you're always celebrating.
Yeah. You're risking your life, you know what I mean? So when you come out of it, like we're there, just party, like it's just part of our lifestyle, because we create the culture with like art, and music and style, and you know what I mean? So 100%. We're like, we like skaters run shit, you know what I mean? And it's it was just like, it's part of the lifestyle. There's always something going on. We're always having premieres. We're always having art shows, and this was my life, just creating the brands that we did.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So you traveling a lot through the world. Drinking a lot. Kicking it. From my understanding, you grew a substance abuse problem, right?
Shit, I was on tour all the time, just like on the road and whatever. And what's so crazy is, to me, is like growing up, like saying you had a substance abuse problem or needed help or whatever, like I would, that shit's weakness. Like, yo, man up, get your shit together, whatever, Right. But I think my power was admitting like, yo, I had a problem, because you got to realize everything that happened to me negatively in my life, like alcohol was involved. That was like my DOC, drug of choice,
right?
Whatever. And like, it just got out of hand. And of course at that period, like I wasn't like, the thing of it is that messed me up like with identifying it, because I'm like, I'm not a bum. I'm not homeless. I'm not this and that, but I still had the allergy, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I had all my shit together, but like every time I got in trouble, like there was alcohol, I got DUIs, I got this and that. It was a different time than how things are now, but we was going in, like alcohol was a big part of my life. And
damn.
After a while, that shit, you too much of anything is bad for you. And after a while, just like that shit taps on your nervous system, you know what I mean? And you start waking up with shakes and like needing it, like, and depending. And I'm sure everyone's been hungover, but when that shit like happens consistently and you're like, it's a problem.
Yeah. So I remember one story. I was reading about one story. You're saying that you got in a police chase, bro. Tell me about that, bro. You jumped off a bridge?
Oh yeah. So,
holy shit, bro.
so I was like, we was at Fiesta Island and we're having like a bonfire, and I had curfew I was on probation. I wasn't even supposed to be outside.
Mm-hmm.
So the cops were coming into Fiesta. We seen the lights and stuff, and I was just like, I got in the back of one of my friend's truck. I was young. I was 17,
Damn.
So I was in the back of my friend's truck, and then they were stopping all the cars at Fiesta, and I told them, I'm like, hey, yo, I'm going to go run up onto the bridge and pick me up on the bridge because I'm already in trouble. You know what I mean? And I run up to the bridge, and I see the cops like driving up the bridge, and I'm just like, yo, fuck. And I'm like, so I start running up the bridge, and then I'm like, oh, if I just go jump over the center divider and run down the other side, the cops can't make a U-turn on the bridge. So it was at nighttime. I ran across and I hopped over and realized they weren't connected. The other side of the bridge was like way over there.
No way.
And I just started falling, and it was 50 feet.
No way, bro.
I didn't fall in the water. I fell like on
those rocks?
Right next to the rocks, yo.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, that was a whole different experience, like in itself. Falling off that bridge changed a lot of things with like my life. Like,
no way, bro.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. And you broke both of your legs? You broke both of the legs?
I just broke my tibia fibula on my...
Oh, that's painful. That's painful.
Oh, yeah, you already know.
Yes, sir. That's super. People don't understand how painful that is. That's a lot of pain because they got to pull your leg out back and put it back together. That's crazy. Exactly. I used to work in a hospital, so yeah, you see a lot of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, shit was crazy. It wasn't even like, that hurt when I fell, but the time for me falling and hitting the ground in between that time was definitely a spiritual experience.
No way.
Yeah. It was crazy.
So it just that time, that blankness.
Yeah, so with that blankness, when I jumped off the bridge, I was like, oh shit, it's over with. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's over with.
Damn.
Like I'm definitely dying. Couple things, your life flashes and all that before your eyes, but a couple things I was like, yo, my parents aren't going to know what really happened. They're going to think I jumped off this bridge and killed myself. That tripped me out. And then I was like, I'm already leaving and I just got here. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm already leaving and I just got here. I remembered coming here, it being a choice. And then I was like, wait a minute. It was a choice getting here. Me being about to die, remembering coming here, it was way scarier coming here than me being about to die.
Wow.
I remember getting here, having the feeling like when I was born or whatever, like, oh shit, I fucked up.
No way.
Yeah. And I remember that during this fall, like me being about to die, coming here was way more crazier. And I remember. So it was like, that was a trick.
Wow, bro. That's crazy.
So whatever sparked that. It's equivalent if I was like, hey, Courtney, I'm like, hey, you want to go to a different planet? And you're like, yeah, whatever, Brandon. And sure. And I was like, okay, yeah, hold my hand. We're going to go to a different planet. And then all of a sudden, you're waking up day one. All this shit's gone, your family, everything. You're waking up day one somewhere else in like another body.
That's crazy, bro.
That's the equivalent I felt when being born and remembering that when I fell off that bridge.
That's crazy, man. Holy shit. Dang, bro. So after that, did you get arrested and you go to jail?
Nah, they didn't know where I was at.
They come find you?
They probably weren't even chasing me. It was all in my head.
What? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
There were some people down there fishing, and I guess they were like illegal immigrants or something, and
yeah,
they were just like they walked over to me and I was like, hey, I'm like, oh, they're like, oh, well, what are you doing on the ground? You know, and I'm like, I fell off the bridge, help me. And they're like, you didn't fall off the bridge, Holmes. And I'm like, no, look at my leg. And they called the ambulance and they came and they cut open my clothes right there and took me to the hospital, you know.
That's crazy, bro. Golly, man. Yeah. Wow. Then because another time that you got hit by a car too, right?
Oh yeah, a year later. Yeah, a year later. I had my going pro party, and it was a cognac party, and I was giving somebody directions out front. I don't know. That's what I remember. And then I got smacked. Like a drunk driver ran me over. So,
Brandon, bro, you got the craziest life I ever heard, bro.
Yeah, but that was like broke my other leg. Broke my skull, broke my wrist, everything, and I was flatlining. You know what I mean? I was, you know,
damn.
It's like I died a few times. They had to bring in the priest for last rites. They were jumping me back, and I finally I came out of it.
Golly, bro.
Like I actually died on that one.
Dang, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, you meant to be here, man. You meant to be here for sure. So you think any of this contributed to, you know, the alcohol and drugs?
Yeah, 100%. Because when I was when I got out of the hospital and like I was on pain meds and all this, and I just want to get back to skateboarding, you know what I mean? But it was, you know, the party and the alcohol, like, you know, I was healing. So I was like mixing the pills with the alcohol and all that stuff. And that's how that kind of happened, because I had blood clots through my body.
Holy shit, bro.
So, and then I had compartment syndrome, and just like, I wasn't the same. My brain wasn't functioning how it was before. So I was taking pills and just like drinking and still wheelchairing to parties and shit, like just tripping, you know? And, yeah, so I didn't know at the time, but they say don't, you know, mix pills and alcohol, but I was just like, shit, why not, you know?
That's crazy.
It works better, you know?
It works better. Yeah. So when did you, what point of your life that you made a change? Like, okay, I need to get help. I need to, you know, get better and become sober.
It was some time after I got out of prison, probably like a year, two after I got out of prison.
You was in prison too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you a real gangster, bro.
Oh man, you know, yeah, we ran that shit, man. That's yeah.
Dang.
You know, we was in prison together. We was at Jamestown together.
Always the rapper?
Yeah, we was at
What?
Yeah.
No way, that's my guy.
Yeah, it's my boy, dude. Yeah.
You was in prison with Owe.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll make this a clip.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh wait, it's cracking. It's popping.
That's my guy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you was in prison?
Yeah.
Wow. So what led you in prison?
Just accumulated charges, like I had a gun charge, had DUI, had
damn, bro.
Couple of shit, and then like I just kept pushing shit off, and eventually they maxed me out. So,
man, how was prison? Was it crazy?
Yeah, that shit. Prison was crazy. It wasn't what I expected. I did counting time before, you know what I mean. I got in trouble a little here and there. You know, I did 80 days here, there, little camp stuff. But when I got sentenced to 3 years, and then when they sentenced me, people were like, "Oh, you're lucky. You get to do your time in prison." Like, "Oh, you're lucky. Oh, it's like a city. You get way more there." And I'm like, "Oh, word." I got right away though. Before I went, I had a bunch of stores and bags and everything, and I was at Vista. And before I got the chain to go to Chino, they're like, "Oh, you can't take your stores. They're not gonna let you take any of your stores, or you can't take it when you go. You have to get on this stuff." I left my shit with these niggas, man. Get there, see people, bags of stores. I was like, "Oh, I got."
No way. That's crazy.
They got me for my store. So what's the craziest thing about prison that they didn't tell me that I didn't know about was reception.
What's reception?
Reception is you in a cell for 3 to 4 months until they classify you to go to prison. So you're in a cell.
Oh my God.
But it gets worse. So I go to Chino and I'm all, oh yeah, I'm about to be at the City Walkman. They say CDs, I'm gonna have way more stuff, and then get there and it's overcrowded. So they put me in the hole in the ASEC. So I'm in the hole.
Damn.
Not getting let out, self-fed, just like in the hole.
So the hole is you saying that you're by yourself with nobody else around. That's the hole?
Yeah, I was in the hole by myself. Just
okay.
Like, yo, they opened the door. My mattress is in a puddle of water coming out of the toilet.
Damn.
Blood on the walls. The door goes into the wall.
That's wild.
And that's it.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
I was in reception for 4 months. So they didn't tell you that. They don't tell you that part.
So when you get the general population, that's where you know the whole politics.
Yeah. I mean, politics starts like lightweight in county, but yeah, when you get to prison, it's a little different, but it ain't nothing. We took care of that.
I heard that. Gangster, man. Gangster B.
They try to put me, they try to tag me as a non-affiliate, and I had to tell them, I'm not no non-affiliate.
So you was affiliate?
Yeah, I'm from Skate Mafia. You know what I mean? From Skate Mafia. I was banging Mafia, man.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna mess with you, man. I come in peace, bro.
Yeah,
I come in peace.
I mean, it's just what it is.
That's crazy, man. So
It's there, so
man,
it is what it is.
so you got out of prison, man. This is interesting stories here, bro. This is wild. So you got out of prison. What's your next step out of the prison? When you got out of prison?
I was just trying to get out probation and like figure it out, but I was on AB 109, so they're coming to the crib constantly, just like
The monitoring you?
yeah, they're just like going through shit. It was just hard to move. I didn't have no license. They wanted me to it was just hard to move, so I was just like skating and like kind of planning of what I wanted to do. I was still not married to the fact that I had a drinking problem even then, and that's the hardest thing, because I was just like, that's weak. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's weak. I ain't got, this shit don't control me. Circumstances happen.
Let's go.
I always had an excuse,
Let's go.
and I didn't have no accountability. And it was always somebody else's fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was always the victim. And it's because of this. It's because my boy Ray was my designated driver and left. It was like I had no accountability to take, ownership of the positions I put myself in. So that was the biggest issue.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So when did you notice that? When did you realize that? Because, not too many people are conscious of that. Like I said, we have a million excuses for a lot of our problems.
I had to get help, like people were saying go to AA and shit. And I was just like, hey, like if I ain't got a slip to be signed, like I'm not going to be in AA, you feel me? Like, and I was just like, I had a stigma against rehab or AA. I'm like, these are just a bunch of old people not knowing what they talk about. It's like, hey, me, like, whatever. I might party, but I ain't sticking needles in my arms. I'm not the tweaker. I'm not this and that. It's everything I'm not.
Right.
But here I am. You feel me?
Right.
So I was judgmental against, I judged, like, other people wasn't looking at myself. So people kept telling me to, like, do the steps of, Alcoholics Anonymous, do the 12. I was just like, you got me fucked up. Like, come on, man. I'm a motherfucking, I'm this, so I'm so many, I was too cool to get help or thinking that somebody knew something that I didn't. And it wasn't that, it's just I wanted it to be on my terms. You feel me?
I feel you.
Yeah. So I finally just said, fuck it. And I got a sponsor and, started going through the steps, and that's what's really like changed my whole game. Dope. Like it just, I'm just like, how could I be so stupid to think that there's things out there that I don't know?
That's crazy. That's wild. What's crazy though? Like out of most of the drugs, I think alcohol is like the hardest thing to kick. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you got the shakes and all the other shit. You can die from that. You know what I'm saying? So that's very hard.
Seizure.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Amy, you got my respect though, because I know how hard it is to, I've seen people withdraw from alcohol, shakes and shit, seizures and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's wild.
It wasn't always like that either, too. It's just like on the weekends, this and that, and that, you know, like, and I probably could still drink fine, and especially with, but it's just, it's not about that. It's just, it's the mental obsession. Like, it was part of my identity. And I didn't like that. I didn't like being controlled. I didn't like to have to, like, it makes no sense for me to feel like I have to reward myself with something that's poisonous to me, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I worked hard. I deserve a drink. Oh, we're out. Drink. Like, everything revolved around the drink, and I just didn't. My ego, I eventually made it, like, my ego got in front of it, and I was like, wait, I don't want nothing to control me. And I'm like, this shit is controlling me.
Yep.
I'm like, if it doesn't control me, why can't I leave it alone? If it's even a question, then I'm like, me questioning if it was a problem, if it's even a question, it's a motherfucking problem.
100%.
You know?
1000%.
Yeah.
So you get help, you go through AA, it changes your life. Now you're on the straight edge. You know what I mean? Did you have any relapses after that?
No, I had an ankle monitor for a minute on probation, and it was like for 4 months, and I'm like, this is bullshit, you know? I'm like, got through that, nothing. I wasn't like fiending to drink or anything. I was like, yo, I'm good. And then got off the ankle monitor and started drinking a little, and I was cool, just going about my life. But then I'm like, oh, I'm fucking blacked out again.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Or where's my car? Like, or who is this next to me? You know?
Right.
Like, if you blacking out now, remember shit, that's not good.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So when did you get to the point that you decided to start the rehab program?
So for like 2 or 3 years, like I got locked up in county for.
So you went back to jail after that too?
No, after prison, yeah, I got locked up for something else, and this was like possession, intent, whatever, and I was sober. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, you know, I'm like, I got love. I ended up like getting caught with like, not caught. It was transporting, delivering, and it was.
Oh like shit, bro!
It was birds, you know.
Oh damn, bro!
You know what I mean? And I was like, and I didn't really know, and whatever. You know, and since I was already kind of I had 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and since it was in a box and it wasn't really. I ended up getting love, and they want to give me 7 years. I ended up getting 3 months.
Damn, bro.
Six with half.
Wow.
And I have a prison prior, yo.
That's crazy.
So when that happened, I was just like, I was like, I can't believe I'm fucking here again after doing 17 months in prison. I was like, I'll never. And I'm like, how insane could I be to be even risk this again? So
yeah,
when I went back to prison or back to county, I was like, again, in my ego again, like, yo, I was like, why am I here? I'm doing this. I'm doing so good. Why is this? I'm sober now. Why is this? You know, instead of taking responsibility. And I realized, I'm like, you know what? I'm here for a reason. What better place? I'm here to help people.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is my last time going through this shit. I'm like, what better place than to help people and get started is in here. So that's when I started studying crazy in there, started reading, putting together my plan of like, you know, opening up a rehab, because I've been to some of these places and some of these places are real good and shit, but rehab always sounded like lame to me, and it is lame because the people, how they run it, it's just lame.
Yeah.
There's no flavor with it. There's no culture and everything. And I'm like, you know, the problem with rehabs is like, you know, some older dude will own it or whatever. Like for people to open up, like they got to trust you and be from where you're from. So I'm like, hey, I've been through prison. I'm from the streets. I'm this. What better person than me to actually open something that's more in a player way?
Yeah, and to help people too.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
100%.
and to help people and just do it in a dope way with like music, art, culture, and
Yeah.
and just make it cooler. Like, so I want to remove the stigma of like getting help is a weakness and rehab is like lame to, this is cool and it's a community.
It's crazy because I had to talk to you, sit down about that before, and you kind of explained to me what rehab was. And, in our community, it's like you said, it's a weakness. When you go to rehab, it's like you're, like you soft or something. You know what I'm saying? But when I talk to you and the way you the way you articulate it, it's like everybody needs, some type of rehab or therapy. Therapy to help you out. You don't have all the answers. You know what I'm saying? So it's supposed to get you to the next level for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What I tell people all the time, I'm just like, all the successful people I know, Fortune 500 companies, rich people, it's like, okay, we're going to throw out that word, rich, okay? Rich and wealthy. Like, some dude came in my program, wealthy dude before, and I was just like, what you doing here? And he told me straight up, he's like, every person I know who's rich or wealthy has a therapist. That's one thing that's in common. And me growing up, I just only thought like older rich white ladies had therapists, but there's nothing in this world you can do alone. Like, if 100%. You have a business or not, there's nothing. You need help, you need assistance. What better to like have that support with a therapist, someone who speaks to so many people, successful or not, to have all this game, and you get to sit there and be like, this is what I'm going through. Which way should I go? Or I'm feeling this and I'm going with this. Like, life's hard. We all need support. We all need help.
100%.
Me, you, and I just think, in this society, they purposely make it to seem like getting help is a weakness because together we're stronger. It's the oldest thing in the book, divide and conquer.
Oof.
If we're together, supporting each other, we're stronger.
Let's go. That's crazy. 110%.
Yeah.
So through you going through all this stuff, how did it affect your skate career? Were you still skating, still competing?
Yes, at first, like I was just rewiring my mind and just like learning and getting rid of like limiting top beliefs and just different things. Like, I thought how things worked and how they were. It's just like, and it had a lot to do with loyalty because I'm a loyal person, because I had to chop basically everybody I fucked with. You know what I mean?
Sheesh.
And I had to make realistic boundaries in my life. You know what I mean? I had to be like, hey, if anyone does anything illegal, like, I can't fuck with you. You know what I mean? That was one of them. Like, in being around certain situations, I'd find myself, I'd want to pop up and say what up to people. And I really had to make other boundaries because people would break out powder or whatever, they'd be partying, doing the thing. And I had to make or a hard decision. Like, how do I like, I don't want to be I don't want to be one of them people that like, oh, that nigga's changed. He's different. He's weirdo.
Right.
All this. And I just, any situation that I can't have like my daughter at, then I don't belong at.
That's wow.
So that's one of my boundaries,
That's wild. So, like, you're around people that you grew up with, you spend a lot of memories and times with, you know what I mean? And you grow a rapport with, you know what I'm saying? So how do you cut that person off the person you have genuine love for that person, you know what I'm saying?
Reaper. Got to turn into the Reaper. You got to chop shit off.
Damn, bro.
You gotta fucking let the dead bury the dead. I don't know.
The dead bury the dead.
It's crazy.
Let's go.
And it's not that I can't love people. People are like, oh, fuck that, my dear. Like, I get it. I've done all that. But, okay, if someone's rocking with you, then they would rock with your boundaries and your beliefs. They don't have to. It's simple. Like, I just don't do anything that's illegal and don't want to be associated with that. Doesn't mean I can't love you from afar. I still got love for you and everything. It's just, I'm not better than you, but I'm better than this.
Let's go, bro.
You know what I mean?
Let's go. You are who you hang around. That's what they say.
Yeah, exactly.
That's absolutely
the truth. And that's one, some of people's, that's what's holding them down is they're, like we're talking about, being successful and everything. It's environment.
Yeah.
And you have when you have a choice to do that, and people can say, oh, you're not being, that's not real, if I rock with my people. It's just like, for who? If someone loves you and cares and supports you and your dreams and aspirations, that's loyalty, and then that they would want the best for you no matter what the fuck they doing.
Yeah. You know what's crazy about, ever since I've known you, bro, you always been that person that's want to share, helps uplift somebody else or get somebody to a better point or give them love. You know what I'm saying? Have you always been like that?
No, I always like, helping people makes you feel good too.
It does, bro.
It's like, and people don't realize, my mom used to tell me, giving you shall receive. And I'm going to just tell you with Hermetic principles and energy wise, like the real power is giving.
100%.
If there's anything you want, give it away. Give it away, because like that's like it comes back tenfold no matter
100%.
what. And that's not what was my motivation for wanting to help people or anything, but it's like straight up, like I used to think about it different. Like I'm like, I used to give a lot of shit and nobody ain't give me nothing back.
Yeah.
But you have to, the way it works is you have to genuinely not have any expectations or want anything in return.
I had to learn that, bro.
Yeah.
I had to learn that.
Yeah.
Because like you said, I feel like I give a lot to people, you know what I'm saying? And when you're down or when you don't have nothing, I feel like they're not there for you. But like how you said, when you give and you expect something, then that's when you have that mindset,
Yeah, you're setting yourself up. You know what I mean? It's just like if you want to give to someone, like give, but don't
expect nothing back.
Don't make it a transaction. If it's a transaction, it's a transaction. If it's out of the love of your heart, keep it there. It's not the same.
100%.
You know what I mean? You can't be looking out for somebody out to get it for your heart and make it a transaction at the same time. Like, no, that's a sale. It's either a sale or it's not.
Yeah, 100%, 1,000%. So you're doing multiple business ventures. Another business venture that you're partaking in is the music. So you're starting a label. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about your music.
Yes, it's Youth Nation Empire. And the reason why, because I'm from Dago,
Let's go. So
many like dope artists in Dago and all that stuff, and I've done music like my whole life. It's a passion of mine, and done some good things with it. But I just noticed like it's just always a problem. It's always an issue. It's a lot easier now. Like people are just like worried about views and all that stuff. I just wanted to. I have a music program in my rehab, so I wanted to have something that's like legit, that it's a platform that when you release something, you can, you got your ISNI codes, you got your ISRC codes, you have everything like set up legit. So when you release a product, you could place it legitly, and you're not just like putting it on something and just waiting for views.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. 100%. So, I heard some of the music that you're producing now. You got some dope ass artists as well. So talk about the artists that you have signed to. Are you signing artists or?
Yes. Yeah. So a few artists. My boy Ray motherfucking Jones.
Let's go. Ray Jones in the building too.
Ray Jones is in the building. Got him, and then been working with him for a long time. He's done a lot of Skate Mafia videos. Did stuff for Red Bull DC. Been featured.
Ray Jones?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Ray Jones, man.
Yeah, Ray Jones.
Shout out to Ray Jones, my guy.
He's from the East Coast. He is from Philadelphia. You feel me? Got him, myself, because, me. And then Branzil. It's actually Flavor Flav's son.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah. He's an amazing producer and artist, too. And can't forget Ruska Beats.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So what's your plans with this? Are you just trying to cultivate artists in this?
I got big plans.
Let's go.
So what I'm doing is like, it's not just like, label an artist and being fly. Like that's all cool. That comes with it, being fly and, making dope music for one and culture. But for me, it's like, I feel like music right now is amazing how it's always been. But culturally for me, music is from my ancestors, from the blues, even before then and all that. And there's like a lot of negativity for our people with the music, like
100%.
and it's being marketed so we can like self-destruct each other, and people are dying and everything. So I just want to do my part, being like, hey, that's all good, and like talking slick and all that, whatever. All that, you know, body, you know, people just, you know, body counts and all this shit. It's just like, that shit's crazy to me. Like, I want to, like, the whole point of like this label and stuff too is just like when I be doing events and stuff, it's going to be for mental health awareness.
Let's go, bro.
You know what I mean? It's going to be, and no matter what's said in tracks or whatever, because, you know, it's, we're all everyone has a story to tell and it deserves to be told. But
100%.
I want to, you know, this is going to be for mental health awareness. Like, a lot of people use music for their mental health. It helps heal them and everything. And then it ends up doing the opposite, and people are dying. And, you know, it's just like all these unnecessary beef when this is like, especially for Black people, this is our culture.
It is.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people are starting to switch it up and change the narrative. But I feel like it's my responsibility to do my part to, you know, do these events and like have it like, yo, hey, this is for mental health awareness, you know?
Yeah.
Supporting that and us supporting each other in a positive light.
Let's go, bro. Are we going to hear a Brandon Turner on some of these songs or what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Of course.
Let's talk about it, man. So you in the booth now or what? What are you doing?
I've been in the booth always, but with this, like, just like with music, so it's so weird. There's so many different things people like, especially me being a professional skateboarder, like people like kind of judge that, like, oh, you rapping now, or people this and that, or I don't know. People just, you know how people are with music, like, oh, is it good? Is it hard? This shit's trash, whatever. But our shit ain't trash, and I want to do it. I want to do it right, and I want it to be art. I want it to be like good times with events, and I got some big plans, like some skate music tour type
That's
shit
dope, bro.
going, you know, and lots of content, just having fun without all the bullshit of like it being just, you know, beefing with niggas and just like all that. And it comes with it as part of the culture, but I just want to do my part and like have a good time and make good music and make it dope and do some things that haven't been done.
Let's go, bro.
You know, and this is the first time it's being done.
Yeah.
Through, you know, starting off with having the music program through Westside Recovery.
Oh, damn. Okay. That'd be crazy if you do it like a music and skate festival.
Yeah, that's exactly the type of stuff I want to do, you know?
Hey, Hendo said it first, though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Hell yeah, man. I can't wait to see it, bro. Yeah, man. I appreciate you for coming on, man. You're doing some big fucking things, like I said, in the community. Anything else you want to add before we head out of here?
No, thanks for having me, too. Wanted to say, you know, if anybody is struggling with mental health or substance abuse, definitely check out our site, Westside Recovery SD, like sandiego.com, or you can call the number 619-796-9611. We all have someone, know someone, or know someone who knows someone who's struggling with this, and it's so hard to reach out and actually ask for help, but it's that's the hardest step. But if you're struggling and you know you want to come to a dope program that has music, art, and the culture, it's just, this ain't never been done before, and we're here for you. So
hell yeah, bro.
Oh, and want to bring my boy Ray Jones. Come on,
bring Ray Jones on here, man.
Boy Ray Jones. You know
Ray Jones in the building. You know what I'm saying? My guy. You know what I mean?
Jones, real quick.
Bring Ray Jones in here.
It's not only come over here.
Yeah, slide in there, Ray.
Sir.
He not only works for Westside Recovery with me, he's amazing artist.
Good people, bro. Good people, amazing artist, good person. You know what I'm saying? Doing a lot, man. Hey, tell him about yourself, Ray. Where you from, bro?
Yeah, man. Originally from like Jersey, Philly area.
Talking to the mic for a little bit. There you go.
Originally from the Jersey, Philly area.
There you go.
Been in San Diego like 15 years.
Let's go.
My second home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And what do you like to do? You skateboard, rap? What do you do in your free time?
Yeah, I skate a little bit, but music's my thing.
Yeah.
Been doing music since I was like 12 years old.
Talk about some new songs that you be dropping here pretty soon.
We got a lot of new music.
Oh, we need to hear something. We need to hear exclusive, baby. You know, what you got?
What are we dropping?
We got a song coming out called Youth. That's probably going to be the single. It's like a drill track. It should be
Okay.
tight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've worked with a bunch of artists. I worked with Cassidy, Junior Reed.
Are you serious? Wow, nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Been on some tours, all that kind of stuff. But, just looking forward to taking it to the next level,
Good shit, bro. Working on the album?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's crazy. I sing and I rap. So that's what I've been working out, pretty much splitting up these projects.
Oh, so you like a little Drake or something over here?
Maybe,
Something like that?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. So what your style is like, you said, more singing and melody than rapping?
I could spit.
Okay,
sure, but,
okay.
I just happen to be able to sing a little bit. I grew up listening to so many different types of music, you know?
Yeah.
So I try to just bring that into it, It's like when it's album time, I don't even listen to rap.
Hey, who's some of your musical influences? Give me some. Top three.
Top three?
Top three.
Music in general?
Yeah. They influence your style of rapping, of music.
I love Wu-Tang. I grew up listening to Wu-Tang.
Okay.
Most Def, Talib Kweli, Jadakiss.
Let's go.
Beanie Siegel, great Philly. Everybody in State Prop.
Okay.
I was around that when I was younger. My family's from South Philly. I'm like,
Yeah.
Beanie Siegel's like a family friend or whatever. But
good shit, man.
yeah, and I love the reggae too. I listen to a lot of stuff, a lot of eclectic music, indie bands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I keep it. Keep it fresh.
Good shit, man. Good shit, bro. I can't wait to hear it. I heard a couple. Brandon, I heard a couple good songs, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got talent for sure, man. I'm excited what you guys are gonna do, man. You know what I mean? You guys are there killing it. So I can't wait to for you guys to drop some so the people can hear it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, man. Ray Jones is in the building too. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you guys.
Brandon Turner in the building.
Yes. Thank you so
Skate
much.
Mafia.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to say I appreciate you guys too, man. You guys give back to the community, you spread love. When the first time I met you, it was fucking love. You was good energy, good people. I see what you're doing in the community. So, keep doing what you're doing. Giving back to the people and serving others. You know what I'm saying? And Brandon Turner's he's a legend. San Diego legend for sure, y'all.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank y'all.
But hey, man, big Hendo Unplugged. Brandon Turner
Chop.
in the building.
Chop.
We'll see y'all.
Y'all.
Hey.